David Geffen, one of the richest men on the planet, is officially ready to call it quits on his marriage. And he's doing it in a way that's equal parts shocking and calculated. Imagine offering your estranged husband tens of thousands of dollars a month, letting him live rent-free in a luxury Manhattan apartment, and gifting millions in art and jewelry, all while insisting the arrangement only lasts a year. It sounds like something out of Hollywood drama, but for Geffen, this is real life. And what happens next in this whirlwind divorce reveals just how billionaires handle love, money, and moving on faster than most of us can even imagine. David Geffen isn't holding back when it comes to spousal support, but he's also drawing a hard line. According to the court documents, he's willing to pay his estranged husband, David Andrew Armstrong, also known as Donovan Michaels, up to $50,000 every single month. That sounds like a huge sum, but here's the catch. Geffen wants those payments to last just 12 months, and he's insisting they be retroactive to their split back in February. It gets even more interesting. Geffen says he's already handed over around $200,000 since the separation, including nearly $200,000 for Armstrong's rehab. In other words, some of the support has technically already been paid. He wants the court to credit him for that, making it clear that while he's generous, there's a clear limit on how long the support will last. This isn't just about money, it's a statement. Geffen is signaling that he's willing to help Armstrong transition, but he's determined to keep control over both the timeline and the total cost. And what he's offering here sets the stage for the next layer of this drama. Luxury perks that go far beyond a monthly check. Money isn't the only thing Geffen is putting on the table. Armstrong isn't just getting a monthly check. He's stepping into a lifestyle most of us can only dream about. For starters, he's allowed to live completely rent-free in a Manhattan Upper East Side apartment that costs $15,000 a month. That alone is enough to raise eyebrows, but it doesn't stop there. Geffen has also gifted Armstrong an incredible collection of art, jewelry, and watches valued at around $5 million. From priceless paintings to high-end timepieces, these aren't just tokens. They're tangible symbols of the life he helped provide during their marriage. It's a rare mix, lavish luxury paired with a surprisingly short spousal support timeline. It's almost as if Geffen is saying, I'll set you up in style, but this won't last forever. The generosity is striking, but it also raises questions about the dynamics behind the scenes. Why offer so much in perks, but cap the support so strictly? And what does it reveal about the marriage itself? The answer starts to become clearer when you look at the background of this unusual union. The story of David Geffen's marriage to David Andrew Armstrong is unusual from the start. Their union lasted just 23 months, and there was no prenup in place, a detail that adds tension when billions are involved. Geffen, who is 80 and retired for more than a decade, married Armstrong, a much younger man, creating a huge age and life experience gap that can't be ignored. Despite the glitz and glamour, the couple didn't accumulate any community property during their brief time together. In other words, while Armstrong may receive some spousal support, he isn't entitled to a share of Geffen's staggering $8.7 billion fortune. This fact alone reshapes the entire conversation around the divorce. It's not about splitting wealth, but about managing obligations and appearances. The age difference, combined with the lack of shared assets, adds a layer of complexity to the divorce drama. And even with all this in mind, the split hasn't gone quietly. Public clashes and claims of a smear campaign have already started to surface, suggesting that the battle may be as much about reputation as it is about money. And that's where the real drama begins. Divorce rarely stays behind closed doors when billionaires are involved, and David Geffen's split is no exception. According to court filings, attempts at mediation between Geffen and Armstrong completely fell apart. Geffen claims that Armstrong tried to leverage the media against him, attempting what he describes as a smear campaign. The documents paint a picture of tension and public spectacle. Geffen insists he made every effort to resolve spousal support matters quietly, but when talks failed, the drama spilled into the spotlight. Rumors and reports have already started circulating online, fueling speculation about the motives and emotions behind each move. This isn't just about disagreements over money. It's about control, image, and how a billionaire navigates personal conflicts under the public eye. And while the media frenzy adds another layer of intrigue, it also highlights Geffen's next big move, ending the marriage as quickly as possible. What comes next is a clear signal that Geffen wants no lingering ties. David Geffen isn't just looking to settle financial matters. He's determined to move on with his life as quickly as possible. In separate filings, he asks the court to terminate the marriage and declare him legally single, describing the union as undoubtedly irremediably broken down. In other words, Geffen wants a clean break, and he wants it fast. His request makes it clear that this divorce isn't just about money or property. It's about freedom and finality. After decades of building a massive empire and living life on his own terms, Geffen is signaling that he has no desire to remain tied to a relationship that hasn't worked. The language in the filings is deliberate, emphasizing the absolute end of the marriage. By pushing for an immediate end, Geffen sets the tone for how high-profile divorces among billionaires can unfold. Swift, calculated, and with a focus on moving forward rather than dwelling on the past. But while Geffen wants closure, Armstrong still has short-term benefits to navigate, which brings us to the bigger picture of what this divorce actually means for both parties. When you step back and look at the whole picture, the stakes of this divorce become crystal clear. Armstrong is walking away with a short-term financial safety net. $50,000 a month for a year, a rent-free luxury apartment, and millions in art, jewelry, and watches. It's a generous package by any standard, but it comes with limits. He won't touch Geffen's massive $8.7 billion fortune, and the support is strictly capped in both time and scope. For Geffen, the arrangement allows him to protect his wealth while providing enough for Armstrong to transition comfortably. At the same time, he moves on quickly, legally severing ties and regaining the freedom he wants. The combination of luxury perks with a short timeline is a clear strategy. Generosity with control. This divorce also highlights how billionaires handle breakups differently from the rest of us. It's not just about money. It's about reputation, timing, and maintaining power in the public eye. While the media and public speculate, Geffen emerges as someone determined to move forward without leaving loose ends. For Armstrong, it's a mix of lavish benefits and the reality of limits. And for the rest of us, it's a glimpse into the calculated world of high-profile, high-stakes divorces. In the end, David Geffen's divorce is a masterclass in how billionaires handle breakups. Calculated, strategic, and impossible to ignore. $50,000 a month for a year, a rent-free Upper East Side apartment, millions in art and jewelry. Yet no claim to an $8.7 billion fortune and a push to become legally single as fast as possible. It's a mix of generosity, control, and a desire to close one chapter completely. This isn't just a story about money. It's about power, timing, and moving on your own terms. For Armstrong, it's a short-term windfall. For Geffen, it's the freedom to live life unencumbered. And for the rest of us, it's a rare look at the drama, strategy, and spectacle that define billionaire divorces. In a world where even love comes with rules and luxury perks, this split shows that when billions are at stake, every move is deliberate, and nothing is quite as simple as it seems.